A very good morning to all my dear students. How are you all? I hope that you all are fine and you all are staying fit at your home. As you all know, I am your English teacher and my name is Priyanka. And what we are going to learn in today's class? Yes, that I am going to tell you. We are going to learn more about future tense, right? So students, quickly take out your MCB book and come on page number 18. You all have to take out page number 18. Yes students, today we will be studying section C, grammar, future tense, right? I hope that all of you know very well about future tense and what future tense tells about, right? So we are going to discuss this thing in deep so that you all can understand the concept very well. Let us study it. Section C, grammar, future tense. Read the following sentences from the lesson. You will give birth to a son who will be the comfort of our souls and the delight of our lives. I shall then buy a cow and an ox and acquire a piece of land. In both these sentences, the speakers are talking about their plans. So are these plans for the present or for the future? Yes, by reading these sentences, we can understand that these plans are made for the future. So how we understood this? We understood this by the help of the words like will or shall. Alright? So these words will or shall, they every time tell us about future. They tell us that the sentence is written in future tense, right? Suppose I write, they will come to our house, right? This is the sentence I have written, they will come to our house. So here this word will is indicating that we are talking about future, that they have yet not come but they will come. It means they are about to come in the future. So the words like will or shall, they tell us about the future tense. Alright students? The plans are for the future. In these sentences, will and shall are used to indicate future. These sentences are in simple future tense. About which sentence I am talking about? We are talking about the sentences that are given on page number 18. Alright. Shall is used only with subjects I or we. Right? Shall is used only with subjects like I or we. Right? We use shall with only I or we, while will is used with all the other subjects. While if we have to use will, so we can use it with any other subject. Will and shall are often used interchangeably with I or we as subject. Right students? So will and shall, these are often used interchangeably. It means sometimes I can use will with I or we also. Right? Is it clear? We make use of shall with I or we, but sometimes will is also used with I or we. Right? And both these words tell us about which tense? Yes, these two words tell us about the future tense. Is it clear? Now students, let us move ahead. Only these two words tell us about future? No, there are many other words that will tell about future. So what are these words? That we will be learning. Alright? So students, see here, other common ways of indicating future are, number one is be plus going to plus base form of verb plus base form of verb. This is also a way to identify that the sentence is in future tense. For example, if I'll say you are going to eat at the school canteen. So I am telling you about the future, that where you are going to eat. You are going to eat in the school canteen. So when you see that there are be form of verbs plus going to plus base form of verb, these also tell us about the future tense. Alright? What could be the second type to identify is be plus ing form of the verb. Form of the verb, right? Be form plus ing. Example is I am meeting your teacher tomorrow. Although I am writing here the sentence I am meeting your teacher tomorrow, right? See here. Here we have the be form of verb. Alright. Here we are having be form of verb plus ing form of verb. Plus ing form of verb. So this is also indicating towards the future tense, right? And you can see the word tomorrow. Obviously, tomorrow will come in the future. Alright students? So not only by will or shall, we can identify the future tense sentences by seeing such words like be plus going to plus base form of verb and be plus ing form of verb. Alright students? Now students, let us talk about be going to. Don't think that this is BEB only. BE here is be form of verb. Alright, so where this is used, this we are going to learn. The form be going to plus base form of verb is used to talk about intentions. They tell us about the intention, that what intention I have for a particular person. Like they are going to start early morning tomorrow for the trip. Alright. Next is this form is also used to indicate what we expect to happen or not to happen. Second thing is when we expect something to happen, we do make use of this form also. How? The hospital is going to close down next year. So we are expecting that it may close next year, right? So at that time also we are going to make use of this. Next is how are the negative sentence of this form made? So it is very easy, as you all know how you are going to make the negative sentence. Yes, you will be making use of not. So how you are going to write? He is not going to read the book, right? For the positive sentence it will be he is going to read the book. And if you have to make the negative sentence, you will simply add not. He is not going to read the book. Alright students? The interrogative form am, is, are before the subject, and you can make the question also. If I say, are you going to meet Sandesh tomorrow? So I am making use of are, A-R-E-R in front of the sentence. I am making use of the form of verb. Are you going to meet Sandesh tomorrow? So I have formed one interrogative sentence, right? So by using such things, we can make normal sentences, we can make negatives also, and we can form question also, right? And where we make use of will and shall, that I am going to tell you. we are talking about? We are now talking about will or shall. Alright? We use this form to talk about what we guess, think or calculate will happen in the future. There is lack of 100% certainty, right? So what we think that it will be happening or it may happen in the future, we can make use of will or shall, right? And there is lack of 100% certainty. It is not said that it will actually happen, 100% it will happen. No, it may take place. 100% surety is not there. For example, if I say it will be winter soon, so I am making use of will be, right? So I am saying it will be winter soon. So I am just telling that in future the winters will be coming soon, but there is no 100% certainty. Alright? Will is also used in offers, promises, threats and decisions, right? Where it is used, underline in your book, offers, promises, threats and decisions, right? Underline it. It will be a better tomorrow, right? So we are just promising, yes, that it will be a better tomorrow, right? If I say I shall be old one day and will not go to school, right? So this I am talking here about the future, right? So all these words like will, shall, be going to, all these words indicate about the future. And by seeing such words, we understand that we are talking about future tense. Is it clear? If I say, I will go to market tomorrow, right? So will here is telling you that I am talking about the future tense, right? And in the chapter also you saw that the dervish and the man, they all were planning about the future. So in most of the sentences you will find will and shall in the chapter. Alright students, so based on this concept we are going to do exercise number C1. Alright, come to page number 19, exercise number C1. John, are you enjoying your trip to France? Clary, yes, we are having a great time. The children love staying in your house. John, what are your plans for tomorrow? Clary, we are going to take the correct answer. We are going to be out the whole day tomorrow. John, oh, that sounds good. Where will you / are you planning? So which option is correct? Yes, the second one. Where are you planning to go? Next is Clary. We are going to / will. So correct option is the first one. We are going to go to the Eiffel Tower first and then visit some of the vineyards. All of us are very excited about it. John, you are going to have an amazing time tomorrow. So you have to put a tick mark on going to have. Next, Clary, what are your plans for tomorrow? John, we will be going to see. Yes, put a tick mark on will be going to see the Notre Dame at 10. Then we will take the tour of the cathedrals. So you have to tick will take. But I really wish we could go to the vineyards. It sounds exciting. Clary, it is. I am going to take a lot of pictures. Yes, put a tick mark on am going to. I am going to take a lot of pictures. Then you can see if you would like to go there next. John, thanks. That's a good idea. Clary, oh, I will go and see what my kids are doing. They are too quiet. So you have to put a tick mark on will go. Alright? So this exercise is complete. Let us do exercise number C2. Use be going to or will with the verbs in brackets and complete the sentences. Number 1. Vinay dash 9 next week, and in bracket B is written. So you are going to write Vinay is going to be 9 next week. Is going to be. Next is we dash a new television. We dash a new television, and in bracket it is written get. So you will be writing we are going to get a new television. Third is I think my mother dash this CD. I think my mother will hate this CD. Will hate. Fourth is Meena's sister dash a baby. Meena's sister is going to have a baby. Meena's sister is going to have a baby. Alright. Next is they dash at about 4 in the afternoon. They will depart. They will depart. Alright. Next is just a moment. I dash you with the bags. I will help you. I will help you with the bags. So here we are making all the sentences in future tense. Yes, students. Next 7 sentences. In 2050, people dash hybrid cars which will fly. People are going to buy. Are going to buy hybrid cars. Alright. 8th one is Jay dash a pool party this Sunday. Jay is going to throw. Jay is going to throw. Jay is going to throw a pool party this Sunday. Next is we dash to Jaipur in June. We will drive to Jaipur in June. Write down will drive. And the last sentence is look at the clouds. It dash soon. It is going to rain soon. Write down is going to rain. Right, students? So till now we have completed exercise number C1 and C2, and all these sentences told you about the future tense. So students, you don't have to do this exercise in your notebook. You will only do this exercise in your book with the help of pencil. I hope that you all will do your work very attentively and the concept of future tense is clear to you all. Thank you so much, class.